It's in.
All right. Welcome, YouTube, to Hunter the Absolution. We are redoing a certain part as we felt certain fallout and certain. Well, to cut a long story short, I am redoing the story as I think I can do a far better plot this time. We have the same people here today, along with a new face who will be joining in most likely next session. Yeah, if anyone wants to run down through their characters, we'll be okay. Salter, if you'd like to, it's fine to introduce.
Yeah, my character's name is Bellatrix. She is a imbued hunter that is on the wayward path. She went to college at the University of Liverpool. She's 26 and she's British. Yeah, gotta throw that in there. Really important.
Gotta throw that in there.
Anyways, there is some backstory to her, although I would like to keep a good portion of it quiet since, I want to bring it up in the story as it goes. But I will say she is more so a victim of circumstance even before the current situation. That's all you need to know for now.
All right. It's the moment. As I said, it is the beginning of March. Spring break has arrived. And for you, you are unawakened at this moment. You are simply someone coming in to turn in a late test paper.
All right.
The last of your assignments before you are free to do absolutely nothing for spring break. There's nothing for you to go home to, really, and nothing for you to stay here for. Yeah. You're listless.
Okay. So I'm in like a listless, just like nothing state.
That's up to you, but I'm just describing what you've told me and what's waiting for you at home and what's waiting for you here.
What do you mean? She at least has some things at home. The family's nice.
I know. The family is nice, but do you truly believe you belong there?
No. Not really. You didn't have to bring it up, though.
All that's waiting in your hand is one paper, and then you're free to go.
Alright. Yeah, Bella would look at the paper. By the way, is this like a paper to her architecture class, I hope? Can I just make it like that?
This is actually to your psychology class.
Oh, my psychology. Alright. She is now carrying the final exam in her hands towards her psychology class.
Once you give this paper, you will never have to attend this class again.
There would be a slight smile on Bella's face as she'd look at the paper, which she painstakingly spent close to 11 hours perfecting, spending a good majority of her time either at a dorm or at home, just writing, doing research, even looking up references, making sure she didn't plagiarize. That would have been a terrible incident. It reminded her of a classmate that did terrible at his plagiarization and then had the whole school board up his rear. But as she continued, she would begin walking towards the university.
Well, you're moving from one building to another. You're moving from the administration office where everyone's turning in. It's just where everyone's entering the campus at the moment.
Okay.
And and as it is evening, many are leaving. Some are staying for the actual overnight medical classes. Some are actually getting clearance cards to go into the actual Liverpool Royal University Hospital.
Oh, okay.
A revolutionary part of the university, one of the best when it comes to practical college applicationary hospitals. It is connected to the entire database of students here and the like too. There is even free healthcare in a sense given to those who attend the school, as long as whatever is brought up during their treatment can be used for college research, college thesis, and the like too. Right?
Yeah.
So, moving between the two buildings, as you step out of the administration building, you feel a chill come on. It's still the end of spring, but as you open your mouth, you can just see a small fog cloud.
So it's the end of spring.
It's the end of... After February is technically the end of winter and the beginning of spring, whatever.
Okay. I was kind of confused. I'm like, man, that would be suspicious.
The end of February is technically the beginning of spring, but
Yeah.
As
Also,
I
is this
mentioned,
like early
it's
morning
cold.
or?
It's late night. It
Okay,
is
yeah, that
the
makes more
setting.
sense.
The sun is very much setting. The orange rays escaping past pink and purple clouds
Okay.
illuminate just the barest hint of the sidewalk before the lamps go, like the actual lamp lights go on one by one by one.
Yeah.
The actual psychological study facility
Hmm.
is a small part of the medical campus,
Okay.
but it's still a rather large repurposed sanitarium.
All right.
As you begin to walk down the path, you get the smallest hint of something acrid and iron
Acrid and iron.
burning. Acridy, irony, burning, almost like somebody's melting sidewalk tar with a hint of a flowery perfume.
Oh.
Little red clouds you see kind of puffing your way from an alley.
All right. Wait, I'm able to see the clouds?
Yeah, small little red clouds.
All right. Bella would stop for a mere second to notice these clouds, the smell. A bit
It's
odd
so
to
off.
smell such a thing, but yet there was a pleasant flower smell. It was a bit
At the very
interesting.
end, the whole thing makes you kind of wriggle up your nose in disgust.
Yeah. The smell of iron obviously wouldn't, be something she'd
No,
want.
the flowery smell too is way too sweet.
Oh, it's too sweet? Oh, my bad.
It smells almost like grandma perfume,
Ugh.
like casket perfume.
Alright. Yeah. Alright, I changed it around. Bella's
Mhm.
expression would become one of utmost disgust. The urge to
Uh,
vomit
yeah,
surging
you,
from within.
you
She would
as you
clench her nose with her open hand because the smell was that bad.
the alleyway, you can see three small lights, like cigarettes, almost lit up, and you see
Alright.
three people smoking something where that actual red cloud's coming out of. They look out of
Disgusting.
it, like out of it.
Ah, I see.
That stuff is probably what's been going around campus, from what you heard.
Hmm.
Something. There's a million names for it. The one that really sticks out right now is Bloody Mary.
Ah, it must be that drug, Bella
It's
thought.
some kind of new narcotic or
Yeah.
something. Some people apparently get hooked after one smell, but this is your first time smelling it, and it does not smell anything good to you.
Yeah. Bella's expression, the very thought and recollection that she was having towards this very specific narcotic, she couldn't understand. Who could ever get hooked to such a disgusting smell? Something so disgusting. It made her even wonder how terrible it would have tasted.
Hmm.
Instead of wandering on this, she really wanted to turn in that paper. So she would turn towards the psychology building, right?
Yeah, and
Hoping to
you can
turn
step
this thing
in.
in. Alright, now I want to
Yeah,
step in and pass my
the
class.
door. When you open the door, a wave of hot air hits you, as this is a welcoming building as opposed to the frigid
Oh.
outside.
Alright, Bella would take a second, standing in front of the door as the hot air blasted her. The warmth, the radiance, the pleasant smell finally returning. This was
Yeah,
much better than the outdoors.
you smell baked bread, and just generally, most likely, your psychology teacher lighting another one of his favorite fucking random ass Hallmark candles.
Alright. The very thought of there being bread, because of the smell of the baking bread, tempted her to maybe go order some bread later. Although, here and now, this paper was the most important thing she had to do today. So she would attempt to go look for her teacher, to go give him the paper. Then afterwards, she wanted to go buy
You'd
some
find
bread.
him in his large, almost the regular college layout
Yeah.
of like the the giant stairs leading down to his desk.
Mhm.
You find him there. He's finishing up with another student, and you hear him saying, "Oh, there you are.
Oh.
I was just reminding this little hooligan that he shouldn't be smoking this stuff here." And he puts it down. This is Mr. Pewinter. He's a really mousy kind of man. He stands at about 5'5", large square glasses, rather kind smile, and you see him berating someone, one of the troublemakers around school.
Oh. Alright, Bella would look towards the troublemaker. By the way, is the thing on the desk?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
That same. It's a. You find that it's not like a cigar or anything. It is a tube. It is almost like a mini bong in the
Alright.
shape of a pipe. There is a powder, some red, really fine powder,
Powder.
mushed into the top.
Huh. You know,
And in the water, you can see whatever that red's react. Like when the red hits the water and actually becomes, liquidated, it dances around like red ribbons.
as Bella would look at
Always
the
separate.
powder, she would have an interesting thought. Honestly, this might be more interesting to take to a chemistry teacher. As maybe, just maybe, the teacher could break down the compound and figure out exactly what it might be. Who knows?
Oh, I'm sorry, Bella. Give me one moment. And as you see the troublemaker kind of like turn away, he looks at the drug for a moment, and he kind of like, as he's reaching for it, you hear Powinter just without even turning around say, "No, James, I told you to leave it there." James says nothing, gets up, and you watch as his face kind of calms for a moment, and he stomps past you.
Man, what a drama queen, she'd think to herself.
Yeah, with his back turned to you, the pipe is free to take on the table.
I don't think Bella would take it. That would leave a really bad impression. She could get in trouble if she tries to take it. But maybe she'll ask about it.
Powinter will turn around and say, "Now then, Bella."
Yes, sir. I just wanted to hand you in this paper.
You do have a last name, don't you?
I do.
You never write it on any of your tests.
Well, I'm not a big fan of my last name, so, and I don't really plan to use it all the time.
Well, I suppose I could do some last-minute grading. You're really stretching the limit here. If you had shown up even 10 minutes late, I'd be gone.
My apologies, she'd say with a little bit of a blank expression.
It's my fault as well. I shouldn't have been spending so much time on James.
Yeah, I do understand. Although, I am curious about this. Has this been taken to any, let's say, chemist to do any research upon it? To figure out what might be mixed in it that's causing such an addiction? Bella would ask a little bit seriously. A little bit,
Pauses for a moment and says, "You have an interest in this stuff?"
If you're mentioning it in the addictive way, no. In the scientific manner, yes. I'm curious what it is that's got people hooked, apparently. The smell is terrible.
He stares at you for a moment. Take it.
Oh. Alright.
I'd rather you have it than James would.
Alright, much appreciated. I'll hold on to it and probably take it to a chemist. Maybe when I get a chance. Also, I'm not sure if there is one in yet.
No, he's left for the day. I'm sure that, well, for the next 3 weeks, he's off to Barcelona.
Barcelona. That's been interesting. Well,
yes.
I'm sure I can find someone who can help me do a little bit of research on this thing, so it shouldn't be an issue.
Probably. But yes, let me just sign in the last of this, and there you go. All done.
Oh, thank you.
Back out to you. He holds up as he holds the paper out to you for a moment, and he goes, "Not perfect, but an A- isn't terrible."
Bella would grimace a little bit. A-, while it is an A, it's not perfect.
But since you're undertaking something like investigating that stuff, you see him just quickly mark off for a moment. There you go. An A.
Oh, thank you. She would give a bit of a smile. Something that she's not usually done.
You know, Bella, I've always wondered, did you ever think you were worth more to this world than you are?
I don't think. I'm possibly confident in myself and what my endeavors will be in the future. I don't claim to be ever so perfect, but I do believe I have at least some type of purpose. I just can't guarantee the purpose I'm pursuing is the one I'm destined for. But
I
you
was
never
going
know
to
until
tell
you
you,
persevere.
a few of my colleagues and I were actually
Hmm?
talking about you and your
Oh, really?
incredible progress here. Should you like, he pulls out a small note and you see him writing furiously down an address and he hands it to you. We would like to meet you here, if ever possible.
Hmm.
They had thought of giving you a future with us
All right.
as a teacher, an instructor.
I'll take this into consideration. Thank you. She'd say as
Of
she'd
course.
pocket the note.
Well, you be safe now.
All right. The same to you. And thank you again.
Of course.
All right. Bella would leave the room, having acquired
All
what
right.
she wanted.
With the pipe in your pocket and you heading outside, you
I'm
you
very
find
sure
that
I'm
it's
about to
gotten.
fight that guy.
You found that it's become a lot darker outside.
Was I in there that long? She thought. It didn't feel that long. At least maybe 5 minutes at max. Oh.
And in that moment, you hear a voice behind you just telling, "Put it back."
What? She turned.
Nothing there anymore. Maybe it was just the wind.
What? Put the address back? She'd be very confused. Maybe it's the classwork. I've been overdoing it for the past few days. Maybe some good rest would help.
Mm.
She'd sigh to herself.
And you retire to the dormitories?
Yeah.
Mm. All right. So as you lay down in your bed and try to get some shut-eye, you are given a awful dream where you're seeing yourself in the third person.
What?
As someone or something is entering your room.
Am I able to react in my dream?
Yeah. I mean, do you want to react in your dream?
Yeah, I mean, she's a bit startled. Like, in the dream. She's not sure how to react to this. Like, this is something... I mean, I don't even know if she recalls her dreams at this point, but we're gonna say probably doesn't. Like, this is a different thing she'd expect of a dream. Usually, you're not giving a third-person perspective of yourself as someone breaks into your room.
As you groggily, your eyes start flaring open, as you feel the pressure of hands wrapping around your throat.
Oh, so I'm waking up?
Yes, you are waking up.
Alright. As the
As Bella
pressure
starts-
is
Mhm.
pressed on Bella's throat, her eyes would shoot awake, instinctively reacting to the training that she did when she was young.
One second, let me change it
Immediately,
there.
immediately she would attempt to make a jab for the throat.
Okay. All right. Wait for some to load. I'm getting some new music out in here.
Alright.
So as you, if this is a dream or it's reality, you're not aware, but you hit something.
Instinctually. Yeah.
So that's what it takes to bring you to reality in that moment. That sudden punch makes you know that this is real as you can feel your own fist against that face.
Alright. In that mere moment, Bella would be in complete panic. Not only did she just wake up, which means even though like she just woke up to such a situation and she's more alert than she normally would be, it's in her own home. This person was able to break in and she's not even sure how. Like the person was able to even get close to her and even grasp her own throat. She was panicking, adrenaline surging. In truth,
All right.
her eyes were darting around looking for a weapon.
In your field of vision, there is no weapon, but you feel a voice in your hand telling you that you need to move. Before you know what's happening, you spy a chair, like a small chair in your room, which is a regular wooden chair, and you furiously break the leg off of it.
Alright. Sounds like
With
Bella.
a strength you didn't even know you possessed, you snap it off with one clear, just grip.
All right.
Whatever this is backs off for a moment, confused.
All right. Seeing
But you
the
can tell.
enemy's expression, she's aware that most likely this person is unarmed. Which means
Unarmed,
she
yes,
does
but you
have
see
the
their
initiative.
finger. But you do see that their fingers, in just a few seconds, spread out, revealing roughly 3-inch long claws, not nails.
All right.
Jagged, hooked.
Like this is like
Filthy.
on their fingernails, or is it like
Yes.
an accessory? Okay,
Like
on the fingernails.
fused to their fingers. Gnarled, almost like the talons of some fucked up bird.
All right. While Bella does witness this, and it is definitely not something she expected to see today, she's still holding on to like a more, I guess you can say, how would you put it, focused expression. Her mind is in panic. One, because this is not normal. Honestly, she's not even sure if she's still dreaming. To her, this just feels like a dream. And if this is a dream, like, this wouldn't matter. Even if she did die, she'd probably just wake up.
While
But the
you're
possibility...
overthinking these things,
Huh?
it disappears from your sight for a brief second.
Alright.
And the next thing you know, its arms are right back around your neck, crushing your throat and your esophagus.
Alright. In an instant panic, she would try to thrust the leg into the enemy's throat as if it's a steak. Or the heart, I guess.
It makes contact, but it does not break the skin, and you're getting... the dizziness is getting to you.
All
The
right.
lack of air is creating dark spots.
Oh, boy.
And a voice in your head, you can hear it.
Mhm.
To cut with your edge.
Cut. The word cut would repeat in her mind over and over and over. Honestly, it felt maddening. She wasn't sure why she felt this urge. But instead of panicking over it, she was imagining it, a blade. An extension of herself.
A hand. Your hand begins to glow slightly.
Yes. The mere imagination that she was exhibiting, honestly, she believed this could be a dream. Taking advantage of this dreamlike situation, she would slash directly into the chest of the enemy. I guess I should say diagonally.
Well, not a blade. Your hand unleashed a cone of bright light.
Oh. Okay.
Your edge.
Yeah.
The light is so blinding. The creature lets out a scream and tumbles back against the wall, giving you a wide opening to just beat it to a pulp.
All right. Instinctually, she would lunge on the enemy and would proceed to pummel it. Like, aggressively, repeatedly, without mercy, without even a moment of rest.
Strike after strike.
Strike after strike, hitting the head, hitting the chest, hitting the hands, breaking the nails if she could. Tearing, punching the teeth, busting the teeth open. Maybe even caving in the nose. It didn't matter. Whether she heard something break, crack, or the skull completely demolished and matter was spilling all over the floor, it did not matter. She kept going.
Indeed, and by the time that you are done, there is a corpse in your room.
She would grunt. One last time she would strike, slamming her foot onto the skull, making sure
you hear a sick crunch as you've no doubt disfigured even the face.
Yeah. I'm not surprised at this point with her. As she looks down at the person, she can't even identify this as a person anymore. This thing just, it looks terribly disfigured. It doesn't even look like this was a person at all. Everything is crushed. The skin probably torn apart in places that shouldn't even be, like, torn. Honestly, her mind is in panic. She's freaking out inside. There are tears now rolling down her face because she's slowly processing that if this isn't a dream, then she has just murdered someone.
Do you inspect the body?
Yes. She frantically goes to inspect the body.
It is hooded. Like you saw a hood. Like it's like whatever they were, they're trying to keep their face hidden.
Yeah. Alright, I'd like to check the pockets for if there's a wallet or anything.
You find you find a pipe.
She'd look at the pipe, recalling the memory of this exact pipe. Is my pipe in the room as well?
Yeah, they're both the exact same.
I would then grab my pipe and compare it, even checking to see if there was still powder in there.
Oh no, that one the person had was completely drained. There's bits of it left in the water in the pipe though.
Right.
Scantest amounts.
For that mere moment, her focus was entirely on the pipe, calming her down enough. Her own inquisitive mind finally surging in to calm her, give her just a few moments of clarity. Is the person just high? No, this doesn't excuse it. What I've done, I shouldn't have done this. I had to. She was panicking.
While you're debating on this this whole little thing,
Mm-hmm.
you find that circumstance stops you as you realize something else. Whether it's a second voice in your head telling you to, you have a compulsion to check the face.
Yes. Gotta check the face. The face, yes.
It's your dorm mate.
What?
Your dorm mate.
Why?
Cynthia. Just a regular chick. You two rarely interacted.
The realization struck a blow into Bella. Even though she had not interacted with this person often, she didn't have a terrible impression of the person either. In fact, she didn't even know the person did this. Was this drug so potent that it just drove people mad in an attempt to either steal more or just attack random people in the middle of the night? In fact, in all the time that she's known her, she never seemed aggressive. What changed?
But there is something. If nothing else, there's that voice in your brain is telling you that that's so glad it finally reached you.
What do you mean, reached? She would mutter out loud. Oh, why am I going mad?
You just simply get the sensation of what you just did being a good thing. Whether you don't believe it or not, you get the sensation that your survival, your continued existence is important.
Well, I could believe that. I mean, I have my own goals I need to do. My death, it would definitely hamper my own goals. She'd say it a little bit in a out of it state. But what exactly are you?
There's no answer. Your pleas have fallen on deaf ears.
It didn't bother her too much. Truthfully, she wasn't even sure if the voice was real. The main thing bothering her was what she needed to do next. Did she need to burn the body, hide the body, send the body to the families? Various thoughts of what to do with the body were kicking in. Honestly, one of the ideas was to stuff it under the floorboards.
And that's when the body begins to burn.
What?
Right before your eyes, as if caught by phantasmal flame. The hair, the skin, the bone, it all burns up, leaving nothing but ash in a few seconds. All the guilt, all of the horridness of your sin, the sin of Cain, the sin of murder, has been distilled into just a few meaningless piles of ash.
Is there shoes left over?
Nope, nothing. Not a single article of clothing.
Bella would look at this body, recalling a ironic article that she had read while younger. Although
this ash makes up
it
less.
Seemed similar, but it wasn't.
This is less than like an urn's worth of ash.
Yeah.
This person was reduced to something like this in mere seconds.
She was not sure how to react to the fact that it burnt that fast. Especially since something shouldn't burn away that fast, not even bone. But that would also mean the temperatures were that high. That was not natural. That isn't even right, she thought. What the hell's going on? the panic seeping again into her body, the stress, her heart rate elevating. She took a few minutes to calm herself down, trying to piece things together. Honestly, she wasn't even sure she should be here anymore. Even though the body had, well, turned to ash and there really was no evidence, the ash itself could be, honestly, a health code violation. We thought.
Just clean it up.
Yeah, she's gonna grab a broom and a dustpan and dump the ashes in a trash can, where the corpse deserves to go.
Damn, bitch.
Ah, good riddance, she'd mutter.
Hmm.
Well, less health inspections, I guess. So I guess when they inspect the room, I at least won't get in trouble for ash on the floor. Although, I hope they don't assume I'm a smoker.
Yeah. The room and your dorm suddenly feel a lot more lonely, a lot more dangerous.
What do I do? She began muttering to herself again, sitting on the bed, her hands grasping her own head.
And that's when your computer turns on.
What?
Your
I didn't
desktop
even
just
turn on the PC. What? She'd walk over to the computer. Say again?
I said just clicks on.
Alright. I guess she'd pull out her chair and would sit at the computer. Really moving on from the body. Completely, the body was one thing, but this computer? Nah, this was her own personal possession. She didn't like that it turned on its own.
So, you find something. It's called anonymousliberty.com.
Anonymous Liberty. What is this site? She'd click through.
So, as you click through, it's simply asking you for a username.
Username. Well, school usernames are usually pertaining to the name, but do I even have an account? She'd look for a register.
Nope, it's just simply asking you for a name.
I guess I'll try Bella?
That's rejected.
Bellatrix.
It simply states your name is not allowed.
What?
The site itself has a pop-up that blocks you from pressing enter, and it says your name is not allowed, Bella.
How do you mean my name's not allowed? She'd shout at the fucking computer.
Another pop-up. Choose a more creative name.
Creative name.
Rule number 1. Post only minimal information about yourself.
Oh? Wait, is this app able to hear me? Site able to hear me?
2. Do not oppose or threaten other hunters. And
Hunters.
3. This site is only a tool. And number 4. Reading doesn't make you an expert. Do you agree to terms and conditions?
She'd click yes.
Type in your username.
Alright, she'd sit there for a few minutes considering a fucking username until she'd just give up and just say, what should I give her?
Salter. A salter.
You know what? Wait. Nightmare-driven murderer.
Nightmare-driven murderer. Okay. Nightmare-driven murderer 1.
Yeah, that will be the name.
As you click enter, the site changes, and soon enough you are on some kind of web forum, and you see posts from various people talking about experiences much like yours.
Oh, I guess this is a common thing that must be going on with the drugs. Bella would surmise.
No, not with the drugs, with the, being
the
attacked by people.
experiences. Oh.
Yeah.
Then I guess let me change that around. So this is a site for Wake up victims, I see. Alright.
Mm.
It's a bit odd, especially some of these stories. She'd click on one of them.
Mm.
Is there any information to one of them I clicked, or?
One of them says I ran into a nasty, I ran into a nasty vamp on my way home.
No. Is this code for something, she thought?
And they would talk about that it was over in New York. I was on my way back from the Bronx. I had to kill at least 2 of them.
Bella just stared at the fucking computer. What? Did I
I
just
think
get
I think they're
indoctrinated into a
organizing.
murderer society?
I think we need to. As much as I hate to use the name, I think we got to go talk to one of those boogles about this.
Oops. Alright, she'd leave that one and then would click on another one.
This one actually has an @ and it says @White Dove.
White Dove.
Yeah, Dove. I know Liverpool's been kind of quiet since the massacre of 1999, but I think they're trying something new. There's a lot of vamps leaving my area.
Yeah, sorry, out of character. I chose the name Nightmare Crazed Hunter 1, right?
Murderer.
Oh, yeah, can we just do Nightmare Crazed?
Sure.
Alright, cool, that makes it easier for me.
So, Mystic, what would be White Dove's response to such a question?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear
Yeah,
you.
we can hear you.
Okay. Where are they parading from?
They are parading from the lower parts of London to Liverpool.
Liverpool, fellow would think. That's a little too close.
A lot of those.
suspect it may be
Mhm.
after the massacre. There was a massive gap in power in their politics. I imagine it might be those cammy scum coming in trying to take leftovers.
Really? And you get told, and what the response is really? Because it seemed like a lot of those, what do we call them? Blood witchy kinds? The ones that can't really fight themselves, but can boil you inside and out.
Is this witchcraft? You think to herself?
I think I know what you're talking about. They might be rebuilding their sanctuary.
Also, a lot of hunters in Europe are getting pretty nervous with all these vamps running around. I got to watch another kind of pack tear through the lower part of Liverpool.
As long as they come here, I'll investigate on my territory and see what's going around. If you know anything else, just keep adding me. For now, I'll investigate myself and report later.
The craziest actual case you see,
Yeah.
is the mad old mage. The mad mage of the Willowwood.
Mad Mage of the Willowwood.
It talks about. You ever hear you know what a Leshy is?
Leshen? I think so.
Yes, a kind of Nordic Germanic wood fairy spirit,
They're
and it describes
not fun.
It describes that there's one here in the UK currently haunting a large amount of a large part of some backwoods here in the northern part of Liverpool.
What the hell? A Leshen?
Quite near the 1999 massacre spot.
1990.
That keeps popping up a lot. Whenever it comes to Liverpool, you keep saying 1999 and over this White Dove person being constantly added.
I wonder.
Oh yes, are you going to post anything?
Yeah, I'm tempted to post and ask about the thing since there's a wizard. Yeah, I'm gonna put in there. Hey, has anyone here studied like chemistry or anything similar? I do have a weird vial that I would like someone to take a look at some point.
You post that on the open net?
Yeah, I'm posting it. I'd send an image of it too.
Mystic. Back home, as you're gearing up for another night of a night of surveying Liverpool as much as the area you can cover, your hunter's net blows up for a second. You see a bunch of responses on something. A lot of foot traffic.
Is Mystic there?
Mystic, you there?
There he is.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm not exactly at my computer. You know why.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, you can almost, the voice in the back of your head is telling you that it's lighting up.
Ding, ding, ding.
I call out to one of the maids.
When the mock's up,
There is.
can I help you?
Could you inform Lucille to set up my computer? I have the
They-
feeling I'll be needing some help tonight.
They quickly do, and Lucille comes towards you and asks, another one of your messages from on high, I suppose? The French, no, the French maid just simply inquires.
Don't get
from
too
her
hung
book.
up about it.
Hmm?
Just set things up. I have something to finish before I engage in those activities.
Yep. So as she walks off and repairs that, she has finished the readying of your hunting gear. And and eventually, once you are ready to come look at it, she's prepared your computer. The post that you see that's been getting all of this attention is a new hunter who apparently joined just today. And they are asking for anyone who could help investigate the chemical structure of this strange, more or less looks to be a new form of street drug.
Also, I'll add in that seemingly, if someone has ingested it, it might have a unintended side effect of, well, outright madness, to make someone like just go to the point where they attack people. So they just go batshit insane.
Okay.
And that
Huh.
it seems to
A
cause
fledgling dealing
appendage
with
changes.
narcotics, eh?
Mm.
Quite an interesting first experience.
The location. You could ask. Someone's asking in the comments for your location, Salter.
I can give you a location to meet, but I am not given the current location I'm having to handle this at. She would respond.
Understandable.
She then drop a random address.
Within like a mile of where you are, or
About like a mile, yeah.
so you'd still be on the campus though. This campus is humongous. Liverpool campus is insane.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Like maybe
So,
at one of the front entrances of Liverpool to keep, people
Gotcha.
from stalking her.
Copy. Mystic, you see this address as well. Liverpool University.
There are some other hunters buzzing about. It's not often that White Dove is online, especially in these current nights.
Mhm.
But seeing as this has something to do with Liverpool, it has piqued my curiosity. I send only one reply. I'll be there in 3 hours.
Alright. Bella would respond to, what is it, White Dove?
Uh-huh.
She said, alright. I'll have the, product with me.
And you get a few other comments. One of the ones that's really funny is that you get one that seems to have that strange word again. They go, "Ooh, the newbie's got a boogle on their side. You're gonna actually live tonight."
That message would be ignored.
You see a lot of these messages about White Dove keep saying the word boogle.
Damn.
Mhm.
Bro's getting a boogaloo.
You want to explain what a boogle is? I meant,
No.
like the actual
No.
dictionary definition?
No.
The dictionary definition.
Oh, dictionary. It's a boogle is a group of weasels.
Oh.
That's a scientific term for what you call like a swarm of weasels.
Oh, okay.
A boogle.
I mean, she's not gonna care. If there's someone that can identify the, drug, then she's really not gonna care what they are.
I don't even care if you're a group of weasels.
I don't even care if it's a vampire. Just identify the damn drug.
I don't even care if it's a vampire.
It could be a werewolf. We can get along after.
Maybe. So, Mystic, with your goal set, do you gather Kazuki and you head out?
Not yet. I have to do my scene.
That's true. Give me your scene. My bad.
Alright, am I on pause now?
Okay.
Yeah, you're on pause now. It's okay.
Lucille, once again, thank you. Call over Kazuki. Tell him to meet me in the garden. Tell him to wear his PPE. He needs to be fully covered. We don't want any accidents tonight.
Okay. She will do so. Kazuki, you are told to meet with Bethel in the garden and to wear your personal protective gear.
All right, what does he want?
He wants to meet you in the garden for you to be fully equipped.
All right, I'll head over.
PPE is also.
All right, I get dressed. Let's see what Bethel wants. I go for the battle. Battle? Yes. Battle! What do you want?
We're outside in a massive garden. The moon hung low in the sky, barely a sliver, cutting through the ink-blank canvas of night. I walked softly, my boots pressing into the damp soil of the garden. The air thick with the smell of rain, and something darker. Most people in the house are asleep by this time, but obviously, the night is where we thrive. I never sleep when I have work to do. Work that needs to be done outside the world of light. The garden is somewhat of my sanctuary. But tonight, I was heading to the farthest corner. The air is a little bit colder, the ground a lot more firm. Beneath the twisted boughs of an old willow, an isolated patch of earth had long been tended for a purpose only I understood. The monk's hood. A conatum grew there. Its deep purple flowers, more a warning than a beauty. And beneath the earth, the roots held secrets only the foolish would dare to uncover. But I was no fool. I was the one, more than anyone, who understood its power. The plant's sharp scent stung the air as I knelt, fingers brushing the earth. Delicate. It was time. My fingers dug into the soil, each tug a quiet reminder that I was extracting something that could take lives with but a touch. The roots were thick, gnarly, and they resisted. But they gave in eventually, and with a soft, satisfying snap, I held them in my hands. The lifeblood of a killing agent, the same roots that had taken countless lives in whispered stories of old. I paused, holding them up to the dim light of the garden. I spoke to a figure behind me. Do you know what this is? I asked.
No clue.
I let out a low chuckle and stood. The roots cradled carefully in my hands. This is monk's hood, I said. slowly turning to face him. But you may know it better as wolfsbane, the same plant that hunters of old used to ward off werewolves, apparently. A quaint little myth, isn't it? The truth, though, is a little bit more uncertain. I've never tried it myself. My gaze softens as I look at the roots again. The roots, particularly, are where the magic lies. They contain aconitine, a poison so potent it doesn't just kill, it shuts down your nervous system, slowly and painfully. There is no escape. It's death in slow motion, as though your body is betraying you, one organ at a time. I could see his eyes flicker with the hint of discomfort, and I almost smiled, but I wasn't done. A few milligrams of aconitine can kill a small animal like a rabbit. It'll only take a small drop or two, and the animal won't even know what hit it. But for larger creatures, you need much more. Let's just say a bigger dosage. I paused, turning and making my way back to the stone bench where I'd laid out my tools earlier. I motioned for him to follow. An elephant, for example, might need 500 to 600 milligrams of pure aconitine. That's nearly a full milliliter of highly concentrated solution. One drop could bring down a coyote. But I'm not concerned with small game. Not with the creatures we hunt. I'm interested in what happens when you push this poison to its limits. I could see the confusion in his eyes, and I took a deep breath, stepping closer to my makeshift lab. A table cluttered with glassware, empty vials, and dark bottles. Here's the thing. It's not enough to just use the plant in its raw form. No. To really harness its power, I need to concentrate it. The standard extraction is inefficient. It's not nearly potent enough for my purposes. That's why I'm taking what could be a few hundred milligrams of aconitine and increasing the concentration, getting it to a level where one drop can kill a beast as large as a lion or a bear. I gestured to the glass beaker in front of me, the dark liquid swirling inside. I'll explain how we do that. I begin laying out the process, carefully, almost ritualistically. First, you take the roots, freshly harvested, and dry them. Then you grind them down into a fine powder. We're talking about the root, not the flower. Flower's beautiful, but useless to us. I begin to prepare the ethanol in a large glass jar, watching him as he leaned in, most likely intrigued. Now, you soak that powder in ethanol. You want highly concentrated ethanol, about 99.5% concentration. The reason for this is because aconitine is an alkaloid, which means it reacts very, very well with ethanol. When you filter the material, you're left with a dark, toxic liquid. The real trick is in how we concentrate it. Once you've extracted it, you use a rotary evaporator, just a fancy name for a device that reduces the ethanol under low heat. Think of it like a fancy cooking stove. This carefully removes the solvent we're using, in this case ethanol, while leaving the aconitine behind. The result is a sticky, viscous substance. Think of purple jelly. What was once a few hundred milligrams becomes far more potent. I estimate it'll end up at 50 to 100 milligrams per milliliter, maybe even higher if we push it. But now, you have to do more than just extract it. We have to weaponize it. A little bit off the table where I have all my lab equipment, there's a makeshift bullet press, where the tips of the hollow point bullets awaited their coating. We coat the bullet's tip with the solution. A single bullet soaked in aconitine could end a life in seconds. The poison doesn't just enter the bloodstream. It enters the very core of the animal, shutting it down in stages. No one can survive this. Not once it's in their system. The toxin travels quickly to the heart, the lungs, the nervous system, before killing them slowly and painfully. Come here. Watch along now. This is the important bit. You see, you can't afford to be sloppy with this. The concentration is everything. You need control. And here, my friend, is where it ends. I show him the process of taking a vial and then filling a hollow tip bullet cylinder with it before pressing it shut with the bullet press. The surroundings were silent. I carefully placed the extracted aconazine vial on the table. The poison looked almost beautiful. But one would know better than to romanticize poison. Even now, after all my years of handling it, there was a palpable weight in the air, a sense of danger that settled like dust over everything. I glanced over my shoulder. Come, give it a try.
Terakochi just Kazuki just proceeds like to drink a whole vial.
Interesting. With this we can finally hunt vampires, right? You'll finally take me with you, right?
Focus. I kind of show him, I guide his hand a little bit as I'm showing him how we carefully pour this stuff. I say, careful. This stuff isn't something you handle without knowing exactly what you're doing. Even a drop on your skin can put you out of commission if you're not careful. A single misstep, and you could be in the same boat as the person you're trying to shoot with this thing. Now, as you can see, this is rather expensive to make. This is truly, if the bullet doesn't kill, the poison surely will kill. And even when we fight some bastards that can regenerate, I promise you the paralysis is not something to mess around with. I hand him one hollow point bullet. I place it in a sealed plastic container. Listen to me very carefully. I'm giving you this to use as a last resort. When fighting something and you need to get away, this is what you want to use. Do not open this container unless you're absolutely sure about this. You always wear your gloves, right? If you don't have your gloves with you when you're doing this, use cloth, anything, but don't touch the bullet yourself. Now, I've carefully sealed the hollow point, but you can never be certain with these things. Do you understand me?
Yes, I get it. Don't worry, I'll be safe. You can count on me.
After that, I hand him a bag. You gonna open it?
What's inside? I open the bag.
This poison is, again, very finicky to work with. There's no cure. Once it's in the system, you're basically riding on borrowed time. That's why this kit exists. Stabilize you long enough to get real medical help, in case you're dumb enough to get that poison on you yourself. I repeat, it's not a cure. This is only a way to stabilize you before you can, reach a hospital and actually get medical help. So, when you open the bag, there's a few things inside. I'll describe them for you. The first is something called activated charcoal. It's charcoal that's actually not bad for you to eat. If you swallow the poison, this is your best shot. Charcoal absorbs toxins from the stomach, keeping the poison from spreading. But you've only got a short window. If too much time passes, It won't do much good. If you're dealing with oral ingestion, get this down within an hour, or you're looking at a much darker situation.
Do I need to bite it or just swallow them charcoal?
It's about 50 milligrams. It's about a bite. You can chew it if you want. I wouldn't recommend it. Doesn't taste very good. Just swallow it like you're swallowing a lump of, I don't know, a pill or something. The next thing, you'll find a vial in there. It looks like a semi-transparent liquid. This is called naloxone. You need this if the poison starts messing with the lungs, slowing your breath down. Aconitine attacks your nervous system, and the first thing it targets is your ability to breathe. Naloxine's used for opioid overdoses, but it works in cases like this too, to simulate respiration and give you air when your body's forgetting how to breathe. It's temporary. It'll buy you minutes, maybe enough time for the other treatments to kick in. Next up, you'll find an ampule. This ampule is filled with something called atropine. It's for the heart. Aconitine can drop your heart rate dangerously low, put your whole system into a death spiral. Atropine counteracts that, keeps your heart pumping. But it's a fine line. Too much and you'll start flipping the other way, racing too fast. It's like playing with fire. But sometimes, you really don't have a choice. Also find a few, like a small bag of IV fluid. If you're poisoned and out stranded, you're likely gonna die. But, in case you need this, I've decided to give you this too. It's a saline solution, it'll keep you hydrated. You need this to keep your veins from collapsing, keep the blood flowing,
All of these chemicals, Terakochi, remind Kazuki of his past.
When I sniff the chemicals.
All these chemicals make you uneasy. It's one thing to be the victim of them, but to put them against another, you find yourself, for a brief moment, thinking that your
I feel
reflection may
repulsed.
begin to resemble Abeloth.
I look at Betel and kind of see flashes of my former father. As long as this won't kill me, I should be good.
Listen, I put some painkillers in there too, and a few other emergency medical supplies to help you out. I repeat for the last time. These are emergency measures. Always exercise caution, Kazuki. You cannot be reckless on a hunt. Lose your focus, even for a second. Whatever it is we're up against is going to bite, and it almost never misses.
Yes, I understand.
As he's packing up the stuff and he's keeping the bag with him, I tell him, when you're done, drop the PPE and go wear your coat. Grab your weapons. There's an incident tonight. We're going to investigate. A fledgling has been born on this night, and they seem to be in a bind. As respectable hunters, it's only right we go see what's up and we go help them.
Yes.
Understood?
Yes. Hopefully we'll run into a vampire.
I've decided to trust you and bring you on this hunt, Kazuki. Only 2 months ago, you snuck out when I expressly told you not to. I understand your zealousness for this hunt, but I don't want to see you die. Okay? I'm bringing you along because I trust you. When we're out there, follow my orders. No acting out on your own. Stay within sight unless I tell you otherwise.
Yes.
Promise me.
Yes. Stop being such a worrywart. I'll be fine.
Well then. I assume you're the one driving, yes?
Driving. I don't even got my license.
Well, you drive better than me anyway.
If you trust me enough not to get in trouble with the cops, then I'll drive.
If it gets that far, I'll handle it. Here, I show him on the map where we're going. Drive carefully.
Sure. No problem.
While he went around to go get the car, I'm loading our weapons in. I'm bringing my sawed off. I have my swords in the back. We're bringing a few grenades if necessary.
Damn.
Kazuki, you want to bring anything?
Just my trusty bow knife. Is it Bowie knife? Yeah, I'll bring my Bowie knife. And just some
So-
smoke bombs, grenades, rocket launcher.
Jeez. Not rocket launcher. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I will say, Mister, as you guys head towards the university, as you guys are driving up there, Mister, you get an uneasy feeling in your chest. Bethel feels a deep, horrid feeling of something to come.
Am I getting a
Like when you
vision?
find no, like when you find a fly in your ointment or an eyelash in your tea. Something you overlooked. Something that carefully slipped in is going to come back to bite you. Those similar sensations of finding such things in tea, in food, just a scant hair or two that leads to an absolute displeasure for the rest of the night.
Do I feel something as well?
No, not really.
Guess my butt
As
feels
for
just
you,
itchy.
As for you, Salter, are you waiting outside the campus?
Yes.
As you wait outside, you feel a presence.
Am I aware
Could
where
you
this
roll-
presence might be?
Could you roll me awareness and perception?
Sure. Awareness. Perception is 2, awareness is 3, so a 5d10. Alright.
Got rolling 5d10. The difficulty for this is actually going to be 6. So.
10. I hope I get a 6 then. I got a 10, 8, 4, 9, and 7.
Good.
I'm
This person's meant to
I'm
have a
hurt.
hard time. So, as you notice someone peeling out from the shadows, they are wearing a lot of green.
What you think to
You
herself?
see all kinds of like marks, various tattoos of strange origin that you swore you've seen before. This person looks almost like a walking, what a church thinks a pagan would look like.
Alright.
You see their hair tied up messily. You see all kinds of tree branches and leaves in it. The person looks male-ish. But you can see also the furs they wear and the blood that drips down from beneath their fingernails. You can see a sickle on their side, which is already covered in blood.
A
They're
sickle.
and you can see fangs in their teeth.
Thanks. Okay.
They stare at you.
I'm gonna pull a legendary move. Move my hand slowly behind my back. As if I'm reaching for something.
They just blink at you slowly and just say, "If the pipe in your hand."
Pipe?
The pipe. The
Give the
tool of intoxication. Follow it.
Follow it.
Follow that pipe. Follow that awful, awful drug. That intoxicant that now plagues you. It
Mhm.
grants me great joy to see humans suffer.
And what exactly are you? Belle would say calmly.
They lower their face down to look at you, much like a dog or some wild beast, and you can see their teeth grit together, and you can hear the sound almost like chalk, like someone raking their nails on a chalkboard. I am the leaves that rustle through trees. I am something that was here far before you, and hopefully will remain far after. I have come, little one. You gained wings today. Congratulations. I am merely here because I wish to see how this will all end, even if you cover yourself in the robes of a great spirit. You are by no means one. But that's still useful. I would much rather their plans be ruined than my plans.
And what exactly is your plan? Well, strange creature. She would just say bluntly.
I mean, it is humanoid. I mean, it looks like a human just who looks just like
No, it's
wildly
already
uninhabitable.
claimed that it's not human. To her, it's just a weird, really weird hobo. Her expression on him, by the way, the whole time he's talking, is one of just outright embarrassment. Like, she doesn't even know. Like, she honestly would rather just look down on this thing and just ignore it.
That's fine.
But it prattles and prattles. It's like an annoying ant. Deep down, she's praying this isn't the dude who contacted her.
While you're thinking these things, it kind of turns its head at you and it says, "You're very rude, you know, keeping those buzzing thoughts in your head."
You're very rude for trying to look into my head. She retorted instantly.
No surprise. Yes, you'll survive long. Yes,
Yes.
you will.
Yes.
Soon.
Survives longer than a pervert who pervs into a woman's mind. I can say that much.
I have no interest in women or men. Don't try to give me such base instincts. I'm
She
not
starts
like
imagining
you.
with a dude with a tree.
And he tells you, I've come a long way to just tell you that if you succeed on this path, by following this, you will strike a great blow to the enemy of hunters.
Okay. She'd say a little bit more confused.
They you see them kind of like leaning against a tree as they whittle something into a like they start whittling a shape, perhaps a letter, into a stick, and they throw it to you. Use this.
Okay.
When you find the one responsible, use this.
You want me to shank them with this? She'd
It's a
say.
stake. It's clearly
No, she's aware. She's aware. She's just
Yeah.
asking.
Through the heart. You know how to do that, right?
Like a vampire.
Like a vampire, yes.
Alright.
As the crone taught Cain, you too will be taught this art.
Interesting. She'd look at the stake and then I guess she'd start considering the drug. Wondering if, okay, maybe this drug is connected to some weird cult of vampirism or crap.
You've done well. If you perform this act, as they look at you very carefully, I can't make you one of us. Your soul is not fit for that. But should you die, I promise it'll go to good use.
I don't want you touching my soul. You've already creeped me out enough.
Fine. Just know, I recognize you as a hunter. No sniveling, no cowardice. You're much better than the other hunters I've come across.
I don't even know what you are.
Neither does your friend that's coming.
Okay.
We are few in number, but we are still the ones who truly inherited the greenery.
Okay. I do have a question for you before I guess you scamper off.
And that question is what?
Are there means to contact you should I need more, I guess, inquirement upon what you're requesting? Not saying I will, but it's always good to have a contact who seems to have some knowledge.
They debate for a moment, and you see them kind of like pondering. It's not so much the sort of activity of, oh, like, let me just think about my address. It's the, do I want this person knowing where I live, in the sense of like annoying, not danger.
If you're worried about me annoying you, don't worry. It probably won't even be the case. Truthfully, I would prefer to avoid you.
Delamarie.
Delamarie. Okay.
Delamarie Forest. You know
That's
Delamarie? the small village up
Mm-hmm.
in Cheshire.
So go there, and that's where I could find you if needed.
Yes.
Okay. I'll
If
keep
I
that
want
noted.
to talk to you.
I'll show up next to some random tree if I wish to talk to you there. I'm sure that will get you spurred.
Oh, and don't tell your arriving friend of this chat.
Well, since I am trying to make
You have-
contacts, I won't.
After all, you need to keep your eye on one goal, or you'll lose both rabbits.
Hmm.
With that, the person goes behind. Like, you can hear them rushing, like with a speed of almost like one step, and then maybe like 7 meters past that, another step.
Alright.
They're gone before long until even the shadow, everything, even their horrible presence is gone.
Okay. Bella would just think about this for a moment, wondering what the fuck that was all about. She understood quite instantly that this was, like, not natural. She could tell
You
from, like,
don't-
the appearance. It's just, she didn't know, like, exactly what this thing was doing. She was kind of waiting, seeing how it would react, but since it didn't show any aggressive signs, she decided, I'll let it be. At least I know where to go if I want to find it. Although I doubt I want to find it. She started shivering at the weird teeth that she saw.
Yeah, unlike what you thought, like maybe a vampire looked like, all of their teeth were sharp.
Yeah. Honestly, that thing looked like a boogeyman to her. Like it was just waiting for
The
her.
face
sleep.
was nice enough if it hadn't been covered in blood.
Yeah, that's what she was thinking. Well, it'd be a good pen pal if I ever need assistance in a certain matter. They
As you
seem
wait,
capable.
a large car slowly begins to come into view.
It's a pretty huge car for... Wait, what time is it in the day?
It is roughly nearing midnight. 3 hours.
Well, this is either a contact or a random kidnapper about to kidnap me for sex trafficking. She analyzed.
We're racing towards Bella. Full speed.
Fucking hits her with the car.
Bella would mentally prepare to jump the car.
Rolls,
Yeah, looks
tear,
like I'm-
botches, fucking rolls her
Looks
ankle.
like
just
I'm
gets,
attacking you
fucking
with my fucking car.
Trips over a rock, crashes through the window.
You're fine.
Murders the psychic by accident. Whoops. Anyways,
We step out. Damn, who is this hot babe? Hello.
Bella's expression is just one that is purely blank. You can't even analyze like what she's feeling deep down. You can't even see anything in her eyes. It just seems dead. But you can feel the annoyance radiating off of her just from those single words you've mentioned. As she would then openly mutter, I really do pray to God you are not my contact, because you might not even last 5 minutes in this conversation before I break your neck. The irritation. Well, I guess I'll ask, are you my contact? Because I'm debating.
You might be the person. Are you? What's the name again? Wait, what? Wait,
No, I'm not a stripper.
do you accept cash or?
No, I just told you I'm not a stripper. Are you dumb?
The large
Well,
car.
you're
and
standing
this-
on the side of the road, so.
I'm standing here waiting for someone. I'm not standing here to sell myself.
While you're having this conversation, a group of other girls from the university coming back from the first night of a good spring break partying. Excuse me, Bella. Excuse you. She doesn't need you here. And I'm sorry, Tarkoji, but you get immediately pepper sprayed.
What the fuck is wrong with?
Thank y'all. I really needed this. This guy was
Can
really
I,
creeping me out. She'd say expressionlessly,
bitches,
just watching this dude's
Can I pull a gun on them? Just kidding. I'm
Pull a
kidding.
gun on them?
The moment you
Just
try to
kidding.
attempt to pull out a
I'm kidding,
gun,
I'm
you get
kidding.
smacked
I'm
in the
kidding,
face
I'm
by the
kidding.
pipe.
I'm kidding.
No, so
Instant
they pepper spray
game
you. You
over.
think you're being a creep. Freaking
Yeah, I'm
proposition,
just
fella. Like,
fucking.
let's go.
I sadly
just
cannot. I'm waiting
screeching
for
in pain.
a friend. I just don't know who this guy is, but if y'all want to spray him some more, that would be appreciated.
Battles from existence over here.
He
I'm
was
getting
trying
attacked by
to
a group of
buy me
fucking
off, and
wenches.
honestly, that's sexual harassment. I don't like that.
Bella, I don't think we should leave you alone.
I would agree, but I think I'll be fine. This guy seems kind of...
We're not leaving until we make sure you're safe.
All
These
right.
3 girls are just like
Huh?
sticking to you.
Do I look like a predator?
Yes.
What do you mean? Look at
Every
I'm
single girl agreed in unison, even Bella.
Well, then all of you can eat shit.
I think you were the one eating shit on the ground as you got pepper sprayed and fell to the ground like a bitch.
You're lucky it's illegal to hit women.
Well, that's
You're lucky
true.
my
It's a
partner
good
is
thing
here.
it's legal to hit men.
If he wasn't here, all you bitches would be in the ground.
Anyways, who's your partner, since you keep trying to glaze your partner like some... Well, I
Oh
guess
no, he's
creep.
abandoning me.
He abandoned
Betal,
you?
come help me, you fuck.
Mystic?
I have ignored everything here. When I stepped out of the car on the other side, you couldn't quite see because they only see one side of the car.
Yeah.
I immediately went towards the back, opened the trunk, and I put my shotgun in my trench coat, and I have my swords out at my side.
Yeah, you see these 3. There are these 3 girls surrounding this girl, like another, like the
Like
actual.
your friend.
I'll put it this way: 3 extremely, like we're gonna say, cliquey kind of club girls, and 1 more conservatively dressed girl, who is wearing, I believe you said like a trench coat, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's dressed like similar to you.
I doubt it. Her peasant ass wishes she could dress like me.
Oh my fucking god!
Don't worry.
So,
We all know you wish you could dress with some dapper trench coat. Yours is probably like a mid-grade since you keep falling in the mud.
anyway,
Even if it
Since
had
you
any
were-
high quality
the
like
three-
cash to
these
it,
3
that thing is
girls-
clearly lost its
Ella,
cash.
I'm serious. I think we should just go and tell like Mr. Puente or somebody else.
Yes,
It's
Graham.
fine. I'm pretty
Bring
sure
anyone
this...
you can get.
No, it's fine. I'm pretty sure the creep here was just a chauffeur anyways.
Chauffeur. Don't
Y'all can go
delegate
in. If
my
something
role to a
comes up,
fucking
I'll
chauffeur.
go to the
I
guy
am a-
myself.
I am an experienced hunter. If I
Hunter, eh?
So 2 of the girls relent, but the one that's with them, come on, Cindy, we might as well go. And you see her go. She
Cindy
kind
with a
of like,
big-ass
she kinda,
name.
like bites down on like her lip.
I'll be fine. Don't worry. Bella would reassure her.
Fine.
I'll text y'all if
She
at least I'll
relents.
text y'all in the morning to confirm I'm fine.
As she relents and she walks away, she tells you whole conversation you had with this creep.
Okay. She'd wave her off.
Mm.
Alright. I guess Bella would look at the chauffeur and then would look at the dude with a gun.
The dude with a gun.
You definitely didn't see me put the gun.
No, I don't know if you had a gun. I'm just looking at you over there with a trench coat.
By the way, are you holding the stake in your hand?
I'm
Me?
not holding a stake. I have my
No, talking,
sword.
I'm talking to Bella.
No, I
Oh.
put that shit away. Otherwise those girls would have been weirded out.
It's warm.
Hmm.
In like a sun-kissed bark kind of way, like when you're like leaning against like a sunny tree.
Ah, my ass pocket is warm. She'd surmise.
Yeah.
This is new territory, I must admit.
Once again, I have been ignoring most of the conversation. As soon as I equip my swords, the emblems, the chains that hang on the hilts, rattle a little bit. As I hold them in my hand, bow my head a little bit as I say, O Lord Almighty, maker of beast and man, grant me strength to do mine labor, and mercy in mine hand. Let the quarry fall swift, and no harm befall me or mine. Bless this hunt, that it may feed the faithful, and bring me safely again onto hearth and kin. Through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Yeah, what he said.
Hmm.
Amen.
Mystic, can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
I need you to roll me true faith. If you don't mind.
I got an 8 and a 10.
All right.
Nice.
Salter,
Mhm.
for all three of you, hear a yell as you suddenly see Sydney, who, for some reason, even though she went through the admission gate, is hiding behind a tree nearby, scream for a moment as she just falls over. Her mouth open up, and you see steam, red steam coming out her mouth.
What the fuck?
Well, since Bella knows the person, she's gonna rush over and go check on them, find out what's going on.
Before you do, I want to run faster than you to get there.
He fucking pushes her.
Alright.
No,
even-
the moment she sees this man try to outpace her, her pride kicks in. Nah, it's a race. She's going to the friend first. This is a
You
race.
two both roll me dexterity. What the fuck?
Nah,
Roll me
nah.
dexterity athletics.
Bro,
Alright,
y'all
Sterry,
really is
4,
flirting over this.
7. Okay, so 70-10. All right, Mystic, we're going for this now, bro.
I'm sorry. I just imagine Mystic like running up and just pushing you into a bush.
I got an 8, 6, 4, 6, 6, 7, 7.
Damn, ho. I think she might beat you. That's fucking 6 successes.
What the fuck?
Don't say anything.
Right?
All right, Mister, what you got?
He's making a picture and sending it.
All right, I want to see.
He's saying don't say anything, so I think he's lying.
He
Hey,
might have
for me.
succeeded.
Kochi,
Wait, am I still
you saw
blinded?
this. You saw this.
Yeah, I saw it. Anyway, am I still blinded?
You're
I'm not sure.
recovering. Thank God I was
What
watered
the
down.
fuck? Bro got like
That's-
4 10s.
That's bullshit.
Yeah. Oh well. I mean,
I
it
mean,
makes
fair.
sense. He's an experienced hunter. If he had lost to me, that would have looked
That's
bad on him.
bullshit. All right. I call hacks,
Yeah,
but we're gonna
bullshit
accept
cheating.
it.
Hell no.
Nah, bro, you gotta
Yes,
start
you-
posting
you-
your
he was
rolls
there.
in the server.
Yeah, you
know-
guys
no,
are
no,
rolling-
no. You
you
know
guys
what?
are rolling in server.
Yeah, roll in server from now on.
Well, I'll give you this one, but you're rolling in server from now on.
Yeah.
Damn, crazy.
You
Bro was trying to
motherfucker.
Bro,
Wait,
it's not
why
cheating.
should
Bro, it's
motherfucker?
cheating.
Why
Hell
should
no,
follow
I
you?
dead
You
ass,
gotta
bro.
care.
Wait, give me a sec.
You know what?
You know,
Fine.
no. You know
Yeah,
what?
fine,
In the
whatever.
process of this man trying to outrun me, I'm gonna hit him with a pipe.
Anyway. So with blistering
Kid.
speed, whether it be by adrenaline or by experience of the hunt, while you are moving with the surprising athleticism of a track star, as if the very best of your prime has been brought out, Salter. This
Yeah.
speed is incredible to you. You've never felt like this exhilaration, this tirelessness. You see the speed of a true-born predator in this man as he pushes right past you, almost like a gale.
Honestly, the mere moment this man was able to fly past me like a bolt of lightning, her eyes would shine a little bit in more so respect.
Yeah, Mystic, you get over to the girl.
Even though she's losing the pace and is clearly going to lose the race, she has to give the person respect where it's due. That definitely took a lot of training.
I
and she would
immediately
know.
grab her neck and slam her down onto the ground.
Fuck.
She makes a gurgled sound as more of that red steam just subtly flies out of her throat.
When Bella does catch
As soon
up,
as she's on the
going to,
ground, I hold my my sword, its hilt toward her neck. That's a contact with my holy emblem.
She is not taking damage from that.
Oh,
I
is
call
Bella,
out to Kazuki.
Oh, is Bella able to push,
We're-
Bethel off of her?
If you try that, I will attack you.
Bro, then it's a fight. She has to go in character.
All right.
She just met you. You really think she's going to take your side on the shit?
So as you two,
wait for
as
me.
you two go to attack each other, like as you go to, as the confrontation is sure to happen, her phone rings.
Mine?
No, hers, Cindy's.
Oh.
She got, and
Don't
you,
pick up.
the phone hits the ground. Zzz, zzz.
Yo.
Well, who's picking it up? Is anyone picking it up?
I'm picking it up.
All right, you pick it up.
Hello.
You say
Who's
hello
this?
into it.
Wait, how
Yes,
is he over there?
Who's this?
He didn't even run over here.
No, that's fair. That's fair. He
No,
can't
I'm-
be over there. I mean, yeah, no. So it's either you or Mystic. Is anyone picking up the phone?
I mean, I'm pretty sure me and Mr.
Where is this one? Is it in her pocket?
No, it fell out.
I
It's all
mean,
over
you should be
pocket.
closer.
She fell right on her back,
No,
man.
I'm pinned on top of this woman. You tried to touch me, and I was ready to attack you if you were.
Yeah. So basically,
I'm not
between
gonna
you
attack.
two,
I'm throwing
between you and Mystic is the phone in the grass.
All right. Allow
Just
me to
give the
throw
phone
him
over to me.
off, and then let me go check the phone.
No, you're not gonna throw him off.
Okay,
Hate to tell you
fine.
right now, the two of you are in a deadlock. Who's picking up the phone?
It may as well be Terracochi
Take
because
the
I
phone
don't
over to
think
me.
either or.
Alright.
Take it
of us
over
is
to me.
gonna,
All right. So as you
No, you gotta grab
I will
Oh,
roll
roll.
for this,
I will fight.
anywho, children.
Give me that phone.
and I will beat
So
you.
as you
It
open the
doesn't matter.
phone
It's
and you
literally in
open it up,
character.
you get an immediate question of, "What? Did you follow them?"
Bella would
Who pick up the
pause.
phone?
Oh, is it on speaker?
Oh,
I look at her.
It's on.
I look her dead in
it-
the eyes, and it's a silent threat for her to start speaking.
It's on speaker like automatically, and it goes, "I told you, you need to." Sydney. Cindy, are you there?
I hold it closer to her face.
Hello.
Yes, I'm here.
Tarakochi, try it. What roles are you gonna try to make for this? You know what? At least it honestly be deception and just deception and performance.
Wait, why are we doing this? I'm holding it to her.
Yeah, she should be talking.
She's
Where's
unconscious.
deception?
She looks to be unconscious.
Bro.
Well, damn.
Yeah, she's dead. What
I
do
told
mean?
you, she fell backwards.
Yeah.
Wait, what is deception?
I mean, your
She
true
made
faith
no-
knocked
she
her
made
out,
no
and you're
means
just
to
trying to go
resist.
kill her.
She's
Manipulation.
unconscious. She's been unconscious.
Sorry, do you mean manipulation?
Yeah, so manipulation and
Alright.
and performance.
Performance. Oh, I have 1 point, so 6. Yeah, but yeah, it's fine. I'll do performance and.
Yeah, Mystic. Your holy symbol isn't. That means that your holy symbol does not do anything to her. No sizzling.
My
8,
acting was pretty good. Let's
7,
go.
8, 3,
Yeah.
4.
Okay.
It's not
The
bad.
person goes, Sydney, were you? Let me guess. You're out partying again. Really? You were down at Mandragora,
Yes.
screaming your head off at that karaoke bar. Listen, at the very least, if you met with Howler, then that means you must have pushed the product. I told you not to sample that stuff.
Before Bella strikes Bethel, she'd pause after hearing the word sample and product.
We gave the worst part is that Cynthia chick took a whole. You gave a packet to her, and next thing I know, she's not answering her phone either.
Bella's eyes would start widening.
Distribution among the students. Oh, jeez. And now we have to deal with the fact that there's people who are unresponsive to it. Look into Bella. Like I told you, tail her. Report back on anything.
Yes.
Oh my god. And make sure that you take your dosage. Remember, twice a day. I want you at least cognizant.
Yes, sir.
The lion goes dead.
She's finally. And does this mean anything?
By what's the girl's name? Cindy?
Yeah.
All right. Bella would
Yes.
look at Cindy. Suddenly, the image of Cynthia, right?
Yeah.
Would flash into her mind. Slowly, the drug theory became more and more plausible. Well, it was just a theory in the beginning. Hearing the producer's words.
The other voice on the other end was not one you recognized. It was
Yeah.
it was just like an older gentleman.
Her expression is just stone cold. Like, there's no emotion being shown on her face, but there's a lot of rage seeping into her.
Eventually, the red mist stops coming out of her mouth. How does Bethel feel about this whole thing?
By the
This
way,
girl's clearly
during the
not a
process,
vampire.
I do want to look at my syringe and compare it to the red mist before it like fades out.
You mean your pipe?
Yeah, I want to look at the color in the mist.
Yes,
to
it's the
compare.
exact same.
So it is the same.
It's much more potent though. It's much more of a deep red than like the smoke you saw being blown out before.
Yeah. She would just mention, so it is the same. Although it looks like she might be taking a stronger dosage of it. No, not might. Is. She just stared at Cynthia, then would turn her expression, like her face, to Bethel. You're a lot faster than I expected someone to be. Although I guess I can take this as you might be the contact I'm looking for.
Stand back, fledgling.
Fletchling.
If you frenzy now, I will beat you to a pulp.
Frenzy.
Kazuki, come here.
I waddle over. Yeah, I'll do anything.
Inspect this woman along with me. Give me your thoughts. You wanted to experience a hunt? The bulwark of this is to investigate what it is you're up against. What do you think this woman is?
I'll gladly inspect her. Can I start touching her and smelling her?
Dude, if you do any of these things, Bella might kick you.
I just. All right, I'll just.
She is not
I'll
that
just
far
inspect
away.
and
Well, there
sniff.
is one. There is. I will tell you.
If it's not a proper
if
inspection,
he has
she
your
will attack.
permission-
Wait. There is one thing I value about Kazuki. It's his sense of smell. His senses are a lot sharper than any hunter I've ever met before.
When he's in
That's
a
why I
certain
rely
state.
on his instincts. Perhaps. But even then, he has a lot more... His is a lot more nuanced than mine, I would argue.
Okay. I mean, Bella's not going to know this
And that's
unless
how
you
he-
mention it.
He told you to stand down. That's fine. Though. If you want to do something, go ahead. But I'm just going to tell you, it's probably not going to go well.
It's not about whether it goes well. It's just what she's
I will
seen.
tell you.
She does not know either of you.
While they're searching the body, Sydney's purse is on the. Cindy's purse is on the ground near her phone.
All right.
So while they check the
Let me-
body,
let's
you
just
can definitely
smell it.
check the purse.
All right. Then I guess Bella's going to go towards the person. Stomach, for the life of her, and resist the urge to just randomly beat the shit out of that one dude.
So I will tell you. Could you roll me? I believe for Kazuki, it should be. I believe it's true. It's survival, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let me see.
5 survival. Yes, let's go.
Let me see it real quick. See your character sheet real quick. Anyway, yeah. So roll me investigation and perception for yourself.
Right. Let's see.
What about myself since I'm going to look into the purse?
A similar perception and investigation.
Okay, so
Unless you can think of a different thing, just
Eight,
search for.
6, 4, 4.
I mean,
All right, nice. So first off,
let me see.
Terakochi, you smell at first an overwhelming amount of perfume, but it doesn't take too long for you to peel under
3 to 10.
that. The real scent that this is trying to mask up is that she smells like blood. Not like the liquidy, pure blood that splashed over a wound.
I failed.
But no, it is much more. It is much closer to the iron, like when blood has been left to set and settle when it dries. Dried blood,
I see.
dried flaking blood.
Can I tell Bethel this?
You can tell me whatever the fuck you want. It's your character.
Bethel, she smells like blood. He's a murderer, I think. She smells like a corpse, but she's not dead. It's someone else's blood. Yes.
Well,
So for you,
Can I tell if it's
yeah, I
male?
failed. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Just to be fair to you, I will let you re-roll that because Bella is a chick and she knows about the bottomless black hole that is other girls' purses.
The 3d10 again.
Yeah.
All right, maybe it'll be better. 6, 2, and 3.
At least you know what? At least you got one success.
Yeah.
So as you rummage around in there, you do not find a pipe.
All right.
You find a small what appears to be a bottle of cold medicine.
Okay.
Individual pills. But all of these are the wrong color. This is it's branded like a type of like NyQuil or DayQuil. Which would be blue or yellow. These are red.
Okay. After I grab these, I want to put those like on the ground near me, and then I want to tilt over the purse and just let everything fall out.
Okay. You see, of course, her wallet. You see a second phone.
Second phone. Why is she
Yes,
two?
the phone that came out of her pocket was a phone you'd never seen before. This phone in her purse, the super accessorized, bedazzled phone, that's the one you've seen.
Right. I want to reach for it and try to turn it on.
Yeah, there's no password.
Is there any notifications?
Yeah, they're just from her friends. The funny part is you see that many of her messages are weeks old. Like, these notifications have been, like, messages that she hasn't responded to for, like, weeks, even though she's such a chatterbox. You've seen her nonstop texting on this before.
Alright. I want to look through the messages.
They're family. They're friends.
I'm guessing the messages between her family aren't being answered that much?
No, even her friends. Even those two girls she was with, who are Mackenzie and Jasmine. Those two girls who are, like, you've seen them together, almost like high school clique.
Yeah.
Even there's like sending her messages from like today, and even from a few minutes ago. It looks like no answer, no nothing. She leaves them on read.
Interesting. Well, I guess maybe they're used to this kind of response from her.
And then, of course, one of the weirder messages is on her. You see something about she's also a bit of a floozy. A few of these messages are from guys she's hit on, and a lot of them keep talking about just how good of a kisser she is. And it's like nothing they've ever had before. And they really hope she wears that same lipstick next time.
Your lipstick. What are you doing, Cindy?
Come here, Kazuki. Relying on your sense of smell is a powerful tool, but there
Yes.
are other things to check too. I open her mouth and I look inside. Is her teeth stained in any way?
Her teeth are stained with her lipstick. There was no. Most girls would clean up after that.
Oh yeah, can I check the lipstick?
Like in her 1 second. But yeah, Mystic, you find her like, and especially that like it's thick. It's not like regular lipstick. It's almost like paste. It's very thickly applied on her lips.
I take out a small dagger as I scrape it off her teeth.
Yeah, it's when it's added to water, it releases that same like a very powerful iron smell that has Bethel like wrinkling his nose. Casket perfume, thick, acrid iron smell, almost like an iron filling in your tooth.
Smell.
Am I able to smell it too?
Yeah, it's the same as the drug.
All right. Yeah. Then I really want to look at that lipstick.
Yeah, if you open that lipstick, it is beautiful. By the way, it's incredibly beautiful how it looks. You see a beautiful design of a flower encased in this beautiful premier beeswax. And the whole thing smells like a slightly better version of what you've been smelling all day.
Hmm. That's interesting. She'd mutter. Is this like a
Everything.
new transfer of
And-
drug?
Not just that. Her blush. The more you keep looking at it, the more you realize that every part of her makeup has something of this in it.
Is this a drug trip? What is a drug dealer trying to make it to where the smell is what? No, that's actually believable. Which means the lipstick is meant to attract and induce more interest in the drug. She would begin muttering these things out in theory. Interesting.
And most tellingly, what comes out of her, there is one weird part of her, of her actual, of her purse that even you can't, like, you have no idea what this is. It's a small book. It's a small notebook.
All right.
About, maybe like 6 inches tall and like 5 inches wide. It's one of those tiny, tiny notebooks.
Okay. Am I able to sift through it?
Sure. It's about her own personal collapse into this stuff. A lot of these writings are about her talking about the drug and hating it, or like how good it felt to have this. There was names, but you see those names have been torn out, like physically, like parts of the paper have been ripped out.
Okay.
And
So
then there's a
names are
word
carved
near
out.
there's a word near the end.
What is it?
The word at the end simply says let me go grab it. It says Tremere.
Tremere. She'd mutter
Tremere.
aloud.
Tremere.
Tremere.
Oh, Sai.
Mhm.
Can I like use my psychic healing to inspect what kind of disease she has?
I wouldn't say it's a
Sure.
disease. I'd just say she's a
Roll me
crack
for
addict.
psychic healing. You remember what it is?
I don't have the sheet on. Wait, give me a sec. I don't have it on this laptop.
Okay, but yeah, Mystic, you hear this girl say the word Tremere as she looks through that little book. All right. Psychic healing. Okay. Perception plus empathy.
Tactics from the WoD R. Interesting.
I will say, by the way.
I have something I want to do actually.
Mhm.
I can see the lipstick, right? Do I need to like ask him or anything, or
Who, me?
can I just take the cosmetics? Like, do I see the cosmetics and stuff?
I
Like,
mean, I'm kind of holding on to it. I would recommend asking her. Make sure. I mean, she'll probably just give it to you. She's already kind of assumed you're the guy she was supposed to meet anyways.
let me see that for a moment.
The lipstick? Here. She toss it to you.
I
After your-
scrape off a little bit off the side with my dagger, and then I apply it on my tongue.
Bella's just gonna
That's weirdo.
watch. A little bit in
I
shock.
just look at him with disgust. I look at Bethel with disgust.
You're definitely
And
an
he's like,
odd
I
inspector.
You
rolled-
apply it to your tongue, Mystic.
He
Yeah.
does.
Nasty. Nothing. You just feel gross.
Am I able to
For me?
observe his expressions, by the way?
It's like watching like a baby bite into a lemon.
Bella would give a
His face puckers up in like uncomfortable ways as he's like, "Ugh."
Oh, I see.
Bella would kind of give it a little snicker. Well, I'm not the
There's
only
no,
one
but
who
at,
has a
at the very
detestment
least,
towards this crap.
there's no narcotic sign. There's no glazing of the eyes. It just looks like he thought it was fucking gross.
Yeah. No, I just mean like that's the same way she feels. So yeah, she understands it. Still, I'm glad there's at least another person who thinks this rug tastes like shit or smells like shit.
Sai. Sai, what does my power say?
Let me get. So what was your diagnosis? Oh shit! Nice. Yeah, she's going through like so currently. Okay, her body is physically. How about this? Her body is undergoing a light withdrawal symptoms.
I see.
That's it. It's very light. Look at there. That's the only physical issue wrong with her.
Bethel, I used my power, and it seems he's just going through withdrawals. Nothing major, just minor withdrawal.
I mean, I would expect that. She seemed to be hooked on the same drug as everyone else has been hooked on.
There's light alleviation. Her body, though, other than that, is in perfect physical condition.
Yeah, I was going to mention, although she doesn't seem to be having as strong as a withdrawal, which means she probably applied it recently.
Accelerating the portents of the body, Kazuki, will draw out a more adverse reaction. Why don't you try continuously healing her?
Continuously healing it. Oh yeah, by the way, do I need to like take one of my willpower?
What'd you say?
When I used my power, do I need to take one willpower away?
Like from yourself?
Yeah, alright.
Is
The
there
square
any?
or the circle again?
Yeah, so
There's
is
the
there
square.
anything?
The square, not
Oh,
the
sorry.
circle. Square.
Okay.
Squares make
Yeah,
a
so
circle.
I recommend Kazuki to use his healing power again. I want to make her body undergo rapid expenditure of nutrients so that she gets hungrier a lot faster. She gets thirstier a lot faster. I want to draw out those primal sides.
What if I botch?
Then she gets fucking cancer.
Yeah, Sai, is there anything else with the book? Well, the little small book.
No, by the way, that Tremere thing is like ripped out a bunch of times. It's repeated on the last few pages, like with only the very last kinds of pages even having any detail. It's misspelled a lot, and the pronunciation is difficult until you think that kind of sounds right.
To Tremere. Alright. Bella
Okay,
would...
Bethel, you hear this girl saying the word Tremere.
Yeah, she's gonna look at Bethel. What is a Tremere? Or kind of organization, I should say. It sounds like an organization.
The
Maybe it's a
second that
name.
she says that word out loud, Mystic, you feel a heaviness kind of choke the air.
Don't worry about it, fledgling. It's not for you.
Complete vampire.
I suggest you never speak that word out loud again.
Fine, but
Vampire?
what is it connected to?
You hear a rat squeaking nearby as it goes into a sewer grate. A squirrel climbs back up a tree. A raven flies overhead.
That's on a need to know basis, and what you need to know is that something has gone adversely wrong with your friend. Now, if you care about them, I suggest we get them urgent medical care.
Alright. Let me grab her phone. I'll call up an
There is a
ambulance.
hospital, and remember, there is the
Security.
campus hospital just a few streets down.
Oh yeah, I guess I could do that.
We
The
should
campus hospital
probably
is a few
drag her
streets
there.
down. If one of you can carry her, I can take her there.
I'm pretty strong. Let me carry her.
I don't trust you. I want the other
Kazuki?
guy to do it.
I have
Don't you see these
some unfinished business here. Kazuki, help the woman get to the infirmary. I want you to strap her down, and once you've healed her again, if she has any adverse reaction, see what she goes for first. It's often in our animalistic frenzy that we go for what we think might be the immediate solvent. Do not let them ingest whatever it is they ingested before.
Alright. I strap her to my back. Off we go. By
Yes.
the way,
I do have to request that you don't try
can someone
to
guide me?
inappropriate the woman that you're holding on to.
No, it's just...
I would hate to see you fall after getting sucker punched right after.
Yeah, she doesn't smell really good, so it's fine. I won't do anything.
Oh, that's good. Anyways,
Can
follow
you,
me.
Can you guide me to the infirmary? I'm a bit lost.
I was about to, well, I guess ignorant man, I should say. My opinion of you
Ignorant
drops
man?
by the day. I've already told you 4 times I'd guide you. Do you have something in your
Yeah, you're right.
ears? Maybe a bit of wax?
Probably fucking thumb stains or something. I don't know.
Oh, okay. She would just tone him
Alright.
out and would proceed to guide, whatever the hell.
Kaz-
Kazuki, right?
Oh yeah. By the way, my name is Kazuki.
Kazuki. Ugh.
So, Mystic, you said, what are you investigating down here?
On. Bella would look at you. You can call me Bella. She would grunt as if
Bethel.
she was just really annoyed at the idea of having to deal with Kazuki as she led him off to the infirmary.
Hand me the book before you go.
Oh, the book.
Bella. What a name.
Sure, here. She would toss Bethel the book. What's your name since... Well, I already had to expose mine. No names now means I won't give you anything else in the future you might want. Keep that in mind.
Hey, just speaking to Bella, right? Or
Yeah, it's Bella for her. I mean, she already mentioned
Oh,
out
yeah.
loud.
I think I've already said my name, right?
No, you have not.
I said Bethel.
No, I didn't hear you say Bethel in character.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. No, I think it might be the echo. Whatever.
Yeah.
He just says Bethel.
Alright, well, good to meet you, Bethel. I do hope your investigation goes well.
As they walk away, it's go time.
Alright.
What's up, Miss? So how is Bethel beginning his investigation of this area? As they leave, the wind rustles and you feel a lot of eyes on you. Curious eyes.
Hmm.
what are you doing here?
I would like to use insinuate.
Okay. What are you insinuating?
Give me one moment. I'm looking at what to roll for it real quick because I forgot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so it's okay. So, what I want to do is specifically, I want to give a little bit of intimidation here. I want them to understand that while I'm trying to intimidate them, to unsettle them, the fact that I haven't reacted in the first place is proof that I'm willing to at least listen to what they have to say.
Mm.
As I say, I don't know what business you have here. If you do not speak to me, I will assume that you're the ones responsible. I don't think we want to shed blood on this night. I don't mind a peaceful alternative. Let me roll for this real quick.
What does insinuate do again?
It's supernatural convincing. So instead of doing a normal like charisma intimidation roll for my intimidation, by doing it with the edge, it makes it supernatural fear.
Okay, so what'd you roll on that?
Hold on, let me roll right now. Let me see what my stats are. I forgot what my stats are. Hold on. So it's charisma. Oh, I have pretty good charisma. And intimidation. Oh, okay. Very nice. Not bad. So a success would be would be a 6, right? Normal?
I believe it'd be a 6, yeah. I know that some
Okay.
edges have certain difficulties, but I think this one will just be a 6.
This one has 6, I think so. So I got 3 successes.
Okay. So you're calling out for whoever's watching you to make themselves known.
Pretty much. And I'm suggesting that, they better do it now, or else I'll assume they're the ones behind things, and then we're gonna have to maybe get a little bit rough.
You see something. You see a long limb, maybe a tail or a tentacle or something else reach out, and it carves 3 lines into the dirt before pointing at a nearby clock.
What am I supposed to get out of this?
They're pointing at the big hand and the 3 on the ground.
Okay, what the hell did they carve on the ground?
3 lines.
3 o'clock, probably.
No, I said on the big clock. I said on the big hand, not the tiny hand.
Oh.
So what is that? AM, PM?
3 minutes, dumbass.
That simple? Alright, okay.
Yeah, so yeah, that's not going to be hard. So then, as a few of the other students, you notice that once Sydney was removed from the area, there was a few more patrolling students that seemed to appear out of nowhere. Small groups of them, girls and guys, just sticking awfully close to you and eyeing your car. After about 3 minutes,
I think at this moment in time, I would be quite an intimidating person. I mean, I look quite... I don't look like a stalker of any kind or someone creepy, thanks to my handsomeness. But at the same time, I'm kind of giving off some bad vibes to everybody else. So if they stick around, there's something ain't right.
It takes about 3 minutes, and then eventually they kind of clear out, and that's when you hear your car door open from the inside. Ugh. You hear someone like murmuring in there, and you see 2 red eyes, not vampiric, but much more animalistic. And you see that same long spine, like that same long gray tail. And you see what's inside your car is some kind of monstrous rat. What? Make it quick. I ain't part of this. You damn well know that. I'm not supposed to even talk to you.
It's hard to tell with all you voyeurs running around.
Yeah, you're lucky we're not swarming on the street. You'd be dead. Too many of us.
Give it a try.
Is that a challenge?
Do you want it to be?
I like you. I know about you. Well, I think I do. I heard. Did I know? Maybe I do. It's so difficult these days, with the voices everywhere, in and out of the sewers. I'm not even supposed to be up here, but I just got so curious I had to see. Especially that weird smell.
So, you've noticed too then?
All of us have. We've actually begun to avoid this part of the city because it's making the sewers even smell weird.
You happen to know what this smell does to people?
Of course I do. But why should I tell you? If it wasn't for your
You
whatever the
see,
heck that was, and you were so compelling, I shouldn't even be here. I'm kind of nervous now that you can try and pry more out of me.
you see, I imagine your kin don't exactly take too well to the mosquitoes running around the city. At the very least, I don't think you're on very common ground. I'm not interested in going after you. However, I am interested in the source of this smell. If you could point me in the right direction, I can get rid of them for you.
I'm very surprised, actually. You can hear as you hear them like fury, like nervously tapping something, and you can tell from the glint it's some kind of weapon. But they're not drawing it offensively; they're using it as a stress toy. I am surprised by you. A lot of us thought that the second that you found us or hunt and you did, you'd try to attack us, but you're surprisingly calm, as if you knew we already existed.
To put it kindly, I am an exterminator. People only call the exterminator when there's an infestation. And as long as infestations don't harm the general public, people don't call exterminators.
What I mean is, we've worked pretty hard to make sure that those mutts don't know about us too much. Yet you're not surprised at all about us.
I'm actually quite surprised. It's just that, living the kind of life I've lived, you've learned to accept things first and then question later.
Mm. All right. Fine. Mama's gonna be so mad that I told anybody about this. All right. Okay. Even if the elders kill me later, whatever. All right, Mr. Scary Hunter Man. You want to know where I found out? I followed a pipeline up here the other day, and I found some crazy stuff. All right, I want this over with because they're even starting to try and ghoul my brood mates. They're trying to freaking ghoul my Jerry. They're trying to ghoul Jerry. He's just a rat, man. If you want to know where this is coming from, it's pretty simple. They're alternating between buildings. I tried following through some of these scents, and the ones I found primarily, they were coming from their chemistry lab and that same hospital up there. They were prescribing it as they're mixing it with the medication. Not sure who's doing it, but I've been finding. He reaches back and you see him pull out one of those bottles of pills. He starts shaking it in your face. I found this. And he tosses it to you.
I grab it.
I found this in the hospital sewers. Some patients aren't taking them because they don't trust them. They've been flushing them down the toilet or throwing them outside.
How far has it spread?
not many rats are getting taken by it. The only rats that are Gould are still in. I'm not sure where they are. Maybe in the chemistry labs here. But the sewers, I would say, well, it hasn't spread far for us. But in the nightlife world, yeah, in the clubs. You heard of that place, Mandragora?
Do I know what that is?
It's a nightclub that you've had some suspicion about because there's not really been much. But the thing is, there's no activity there. There's nothing, not even from other hunters that have gone there. There's no killing, no blood drinking, no nothing. But the thing is, as of recent, like girls like her, that girl that you were dragging off, girls like her have been there, and sweet talking up guys and girls. They ain't using it as a nest. They're using it as a hunting ground to bait people in. You feel me?
Quite ingenious, if I do say so myself.
Yeah, it's annoying. Gotta make sure none of us get caught by it.
Speaking
Luckily.
of which,
Hmm.
you said you stay down in the sewers, yes?
Yeah.
How are your neighbors doing down there? Any strange activity?
He gives you another look of just like, bitch, like asking him that. Mister, I need you to roll me one of your charismatics. Are you trying to convince him?
It's a genuine question.
He doesn't know if he can trust you yet with information like that, so you're asking quite a lot. Actually, you know what? You haven't tried to hurt him yet, and you seem honest. You have no deception, right?
No. My manipulation is 1.
Yeah, so as he looks at you like dead center. He just realizes you're not really. It's genuine, and he kind of like rolls his eyes. You can see them kind of in the night. You're bad at lying, but you're great at telling the truth. Listen, if you're asking about those ugly ones, yeah, they've been acting up. They are trying to get more of us to come with them and act as their eyes and ears. We had to kill a few the other night. They got real ballsy. They're trying to go into parts of the sewer that we never thought they'd try. They're trying to... Alright, listen. It sounds freaking crazy. We think they're trying to find an easy access way to the surface and back down.
In which part of the city are they trying to get up to?
Same place as here, the university.
Have you met any of the suppliers?
No, of course not. I would have jammed a knife through their neck. Meanwhile, although he stops for a second, and you hear this certain type of creature going, "Oh Jesus Christ, I'm so thirsty. Do you have any booze in here?"
I wouldn't recommend drinking any booze there. It's been spiked.
Any soda? Any water?
By the time we end up needing water on these nights, it's usually over. Either whatever we're going
Dang
after is dead, or
it.
we're dead.
You're a terrible host. Oh, whatever. His tail kind of like whips around outside. All right, suppliers, no, but I have seen someone. That Sydney girl, Cindy. Here's the thing. I saw her out here earlier tonight. Before she went off to go to Mandragora and seduce all those guys and start giving them those nasty drug-laced kisses, she met with someone by the name of Jordan something. This Jordan guy, he's He's really scrawny, like really scrawny, but he's a real one. He's one of those icky ones that can how do I put it? He's one of those ones that messes with your brain. Not the ones that
Well
make you
dressed,
crazy.
posh,
Not one of those ones. He's one of the ones that like makes you see shit.
goth.
No, more like a drifter.
Stranger in town.
Yeah, he never. I'll put it this way: he never stays in the same place.
I have an audible sigh. What are the chances? Just last night I was talking to somebody about this.
Also, that girl you're talking to before you came along, she met someone. There was another one of those types around here. One of the white types I'm sure you've never seen before. One of the ones that those mangy mutts over in Ireland would be thankful to get rid of.
Oh?
Freaking tree hugger.
Tree hugger. Now that's new.
Now, yeah, of course it's new to you. Last I heard, the Dark Ages, he raised up his hand, there were less than like 20 or 30 of them left. They're real scary. This one was even worse. Appeared like a flash and was gone. It gave your friend a stake and told her that she should investigate what's going on here and get rid of it. I don't know, man. That the freak that vampire wanted, it wants you guys to figure out and expose and stop all this drug shit. Doesn't that terrify you? You're playing right into a scary vampire's hands. You hear him lean back and relax. Ugh.
Unfortunately for us, we're always a few steps behind. That's why we always need to keep our tallies.
They're messed up though. This one was more. I'll put it this way. This one looked like more of a tree hugger than a child of Gaia. WoDs all over the body. I'll put it this way. Maybe you've heard of them around your hunter or whatever the heck. We call them druids. Not like the child of Gaia or the the other ones of us that are real druids. But I mean the contamination, the raw ones, the ones that went to the blood and the guts when they were threatened by Rome. They ain't like vamps, all right? They're part fucking spirit, like what we deal with. And if it decided to come out of its fucking territory and risk being killed just to come and tell you guys to fucking keep doing what you're doing, I don't think there's any winning this situation. Just me, though.
I'll find a way.
Whatever. Oh, wait. Listen. Next time you see a rat, remember this conversation. I helped you. You got that? You hunters better not come after us, too, or we're gonna freaking murder you.
I throw something at him.
Catches it.
It's a gold coin with a dove on it. Does he say anything?
He just laughs at this and says, and he flicks it back to you and says, "Go give this to a homeless guy. He could use it better and get a good meal out of it."
How would your kind like this kind of thing?
He clicks his tongue at you as if offended.
Don't remember the stories. The traveler, lost and weary, was guided by a small rat through twisting roots and hidden paths. When they reached the safety of the road, he knelt and offered a single gold coin. For your kindness, he said. The rat took it in its tiny paws. Years would pass, but when the rat found itself in need, the man would remember his promise, for even the smallest guide can earn the greatest debt.
What I'm saying is, if you want to pay back that debt, give it to someone who really needs it. I appreciate it, but paying back a debt to us is paying back a debt to the people that are left behind by society.
Quite humanitarian of your kind.
Because we... shut it. You got it, you dumbass. You hear him like wiping his mouth off. The drool, and he goes, "It's what we do. You guys can't even take care of your own. We're the ones who have to watch them suffer."
Well, I appreciate your help. For extending an olive branch to a hunter, despite
We hunt the
our
same
sordid
thing, and we
past.
both await the same end. We're both hunters.
We'll see. With that, I start walking away.
Yeah, you see you can see your actual car closes, like the door does. You hear it locking itself, and you see a small white rat just like coming out the back exhaust pipe.
What a strange world we live in.
And it goes to the sewer grate.
How does a rat remain white in the sewers? Very cleanly.
As you, by the way, at the hospital, before we end off, I was gonna say this. Once you get to the hospital, Bella, you and Kazuki, you find a tired-looking nurse at the front desk. "What's wrong with your friend? Did she have too much to drink?"
Yep, pretty much.
"Oh, wait a minute. Is that Cindy?"
Yep.
"That's
DNR?
Cindy Heathersley. If you don't mind, I have to contact someone about her. She has a special guardian on file for her if she comes in."
A special guardian.
Not for me.
"Yes."
Interesting.
Alright, bro.
Yeah, don't worry too much about it. It's a personal thing. It's an extended family thing.
Uh-huh.
More a friend of the family, honestly. She stutters over her words, and you see her begin to just begin looking through her file. "Just give me one moment. Could you please?" She like moves her hand away from the desk as if to signal you guys away.
Bella, she seems a bit suspicious, don't you think?
Well, I've known this woman a good while, and I haven't seen her that frantic. So, yeah.
The nurse hurriedly looking through. Yeah. You see her looking. She covers part of the phone with her hand. She looks up at you guys. Yeah, they're here with her. Yeah. That Bella, Bella, and Kaz. I think she was calling him by the name something.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's a guy. No, he's not a campus student, I don't think. You
He's a
think she?
transfer. You wouldn't have seen him.
Oh, okay.
I want
Apparently he's a
teachers.
spring transfer coming in for after spring break or something.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yes, yes. I see. You want me to? Okay, I get it. All right.
Mhm.
She stands up for a moment and she goes, "I'll take Cindy off your hands, okay?"
Hmm.
Okay.
Sure.
By the way, the name of the guardian. Do you mind telling me? I've known her family for a while, so I make sure you know. She's in good hands.
That's a personal legal matter. I can't tell you. That would violate HIPAA.
But doesn't make sense. Hmm. You seem kind of fishy, old woman.
I can't tell you who the legal guardian is. Not until that person
Why?
comes.
Mhm.
It's a matter of legal
Then let's
security.
wait for her then. Let's wait for them.
All right then.
Let's meet these guardians.
Okay.
Anyway, Miss Nurse, what is your name? Can you at least tell us that?
Paddington.
Paddington, like the bear.
Yes. By the way, this is not just any nurse. This is the head nurse.
That's fine.
She is, and she does seem kind of mousy and nervous like that too. But she walks past you and says, "You're free to wait. Then you'll be waiting quite a while. He's a very busy man."
All right,
I'll keep it noted.
I got time to spare. Got nothing more to do.
It takes about 20, 30 minutes before someone steps through the front door.
All right, I'll wait. But
You see a man. You see a man wearing a trench coat, a large hat over his face.
What is
He talks to the nurse and says, "Well, her guardian's here. You guys can go home now."
Snap.
But you know this dude?
I'm sorry, say again?
Said, do you know this dude?
Not exactly
the
on the
guardian?
spot, but I don't know her entire family either.
Can I walk by and sniff the dude?
Just shoves nose on him.
Anyways, Belle would stand up and would approach the man. Greetings.
He turns looking.
Well, I should say,
Pleased to meet you.
yes. Likewise. She would extend a hand to, shake the man's
He
hand.
reaches out a gloved hand.
Alright, yeah, I guess they'll shake hands.
His grip is very strong.
Yeah. Bella's, like, slowly noting that. Okay. By the way, it has been a while since I've spoken to anyone, like, connected to, Cindy's family. You mind if I ask your name? I feel like I've seen you before.
Yes, you have at some of the gatherings. My name is Larper.
Harper. Ah. Well, it's good to finally make a name to the face.
Yes, Mr. Larper. If you need a face, you see him push back his hat slightly. A decent enough man with aging features. Looks to be about maybe nearing 60, 65.
Oh, I do recognize you. Should say.
Mhm. A friend of her father, yes.
How is her, By the way, is her father alive? Do I know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, how is her father?
He's fine, still keeping down his job at National Banking, don't worry.
It's a tough job to keep, I'll be honest.
It is.
Alright. Honestly, I don't think I can ask, like, about her medical history.
Yes, like, it doesn't
Actually, there's
happen
something. But what was his name again? Larper?
often. Larper?
Yes.
Mr.
Mr.
Larper,
Larper.
I do have one question for you.
Yes?
Has this been happening a lot, where she would just pop up? Well, in this kind of situation?
Yes. I fear this party scene is too much for her. But her parents are very controlling, you see. It's natural that she would act out like this.
Ah, yes, teenage rebellion.
Hardly a teenager anymore when she's sitting on 24.
That is true. I consider it a teenage act. I mean, the act of rebellion is usually meant for teenagers.
Do not worry. I think it's important that she stays around girls like you. In fact, could you do me a favor?
Mm-hmm.
For the sake of her recovery, would you mind accompanying her around for a while when she's allowed out? Give her a good positive role model.
Sai, am I able to activate my second vision?
Yeah. Do you wanna?
Yes.
Toss a willpower, remember?
I don't care.
Toss 1 square.
Alright, 1 square to use my second vision. By the way, I'm able to use the one that activates Tarkochi's, right?
What do you mean?
I think it's in part, because it's my wayward trait.
It lets you give somebody your
Yeah, it
second
allows...
sight?
I think so, let me check. It's been a bit. I'm pretty sure that's what it does. Like, it opens up their eyes as well as mine. In part... it's been a bit. I gotta find the waywards. Yeah, just look up wayward. Where are you?
Hmm.
Oh, I'll find it in a second. I gotta look for it. Edges. Why does that keep popping up? Alright, right.
By the way, second sight uses conviction instead of willpower.
So you have to spend a conviction?
Yes.
Okay.
Alright.
Sorry, so it's not willpower. You guys spend a conviction then.
Yeah, I don't think it does it towards, does it do it towards Terracochi as well, or no?
No, I don't think it does.
Alright, then I will
Okay.
spend my own conviction
no.
to it.
It probably would cast another conviction.
Oh, and I
Give someone
gotta...
else second sight.
Let's see. I'm running into issues trying to find my own wayward path. Where is it? There we go. In part. Yeah, it can activate the second sight of other imbued. But only the second sight, not protection.
Other imbued. Chikoji's not imbued.
My bad. Okay, then never mind. I won't do that. Then
Yeah,
I'll activate
so-
my own second sight and use a conviction.
Alright.
It takes away a point of conviction.
So naturally you're using, yes, it takes away a point. As you're doing this.
Wait,
this is your
you
first
said
time
it
acting
takes
this.
away a point of conviction?
Yes.
Man.
No, it uses one like, isn't conviction like a square or anything?
No, it's a circle.
Then yeah, you take it away.
Okay, so I lose 1 point of conviction. That's interesting.
Yeah. Remember, conviction fills up quickly.
Yeah.
So the thing is, so once you use that, this man does not look like a man to you once this instinctual, sudden appearance of a second lens appears over your eyes. What you see is a man composed of black veins
What the fuck?
that lead inwards to his chest, like rushing rivers, and then back out into his body.
Does this look hideous? Like vile?
His own strings are in his own hands.
Oh. Wait, are we still shaking hands?
I'm saying in that sense, yeah.
Okay, so we're shaking hands.
He'll have his wayward crash out.
No. I'm about to do something more insane. Unconsciously, she would start imagining that sword again.
Are you gonna fucking flashbang him?
I'm gonna. Unconsciously, her instincts kicked in from that one moment, and her word of power would activate.
He lets out a yell as he's suddenly flashbanged.
Wait, do I have to roll anything?
No, we're gonna end off with your hand blazing as Bethel's rounding up to the hospital in the car.
Bro's gonna turn around and just see a flash of light. He's like,
You know, I want to ask something. To do a scene, the final scene, because we haven't mentioned Karna yet. You forgot
Yeah.
about him.
Bro, I'm just about to pass out.
just try to get Karna in. Let this
That's
man
true.
see the
That's,
whole.
you know what? I think really mad funny. I got it. So Karna, upon reaching this university, after reaching your home and being told by Lucille, going to the most populated place at night, which would be the hospital, walking in just in time to get flashbang too.
Let's go.
Oh, God.
He walks
Just
in
woke
and the
up,
light just blasts him. He's like, "Oh, not again!"
Bro, I just
Oh
got
man,
blasted
this man got. I was just waiting because I thought Sai was cooking something. I was
Let him
waiting.
have a
I
moment.
was waiting for for Karna to come in.
Yeah, let him have a moment.
Bro, I
Like,
just got
we've been
bla-
waiting
I
for
got
this moment.
blasted
I'm
in
gonna give him
real
an
life.
actual. I'm
Google
gonna
Blast.
give him an actual scene. Don't worry.
Google
Alright.
blasted. That's funny.
I mean, I am about to pass out though.
All right, then can we do another tomorrow to get Karna's done?
Sure, I don't mind if you guys are fine with that.
I mean, we can also
Alright,
get
I'm done.
Adel too. So
But it has to be later in the night though, because it is
Yeah.
Mother's Day.
then let me end it.
Got
Anything we
you. Sorry
need to
about that,
add
Karna.
in,
Sorry
or-
about that. Sorry about that, Karna.
Any other
I
side?
had
I'm
to-
surprised
I had
took
expected
that
Mystic,
long.
Mystic and Terrakochi's scene to take 30 minutes.
What do you mean? Mine took like 45.
No, I meant their
I
private
was,
scene.
I was thinking you guys were doing y'all's investigation first and then
Yeah.
my scene tomorrow. That's what I was expecting, and I was fine with the.
All right, so end it now.
I'm surprised.
And then now, yeah.
Alright.